See the weapons, ammunition recovered from richest kidnapper in Lagos. A very notorious kidnap kingpin has been arrested in Lagos. The vicious kidnapper named Evans was arrested in Magodo area of the state. Evans and his crew were paraded in Lagos. Police recovered a large cache of arms from the gang. Chukwudubumonwuemedike aka Evans, a notorious kidnapper, and his gang members with their weapons, have been paraded by the Lagos State Police Command. NAGE.com gathered that after about 3 months of search, police officers from Abuja, Saturday afternoon, finally arrested the notorious kidnapper in his Magodo hideout in Lagos. It was reported that during the arrest he was wearing the designer's wristwatch which costs $170,000. The most wanted kidnap kingpin, Chukwudubumonwuemedike, simply known as Evans, was picked up after massive shooting by the police. An eyewitness account said Evans, thought to be about 40 years, did not resist arrest. The security team that came for him was said to be from a special unit in the Office of Inspector General of Police, IGP. According to his neighbors, Evans had been living all alone in a mansion he recently bought on Fred Soboyd Street, Magodo. The house, constructed by B3, a property firm, was built less than 2 years ago. Eyewitnesses, who live close by, disclosed that the policemen started shooting immediately they got to the gate and released about 50 shots, with Evans' neighbors seeking refuge wherever they could. After the shooting, the officers, numbering about 10, then moved in and later surfaced with him, without any resistance. The most wanted kidnap kingpin, Chukwudubumonwuemedike, simply known as Evans, was picked up by the police. All his belongings, including sets of chairs, in the house were also moved away by the team. Guns, cutlasses and other items suspected to be part of his arsenal were also recovered and taken away. The private security guard on duty at his gate was however allowed to stay back. When Sunday Tribune visited the house last night, the entire house, both within and the outside, was well lit. Guns, cutlasses and other items suspected to be part of his arsenal were also recovered. He is said to be married with 4 wives, with none living with him in the Magodo hideout. Evans reportedly has another house in Igndo. He was said to be living large despite being in hiding, completely disconnected from the national grid. Evans had been living all alone in a mansion he recently bought on Fred Soboyd Street, Magodo. A statement obtained from the police reads thus: Parade of Most Wanted, Vicious and Highly Notorious Kidnap for Ransom Gang Leader Chukwudubumonwuemedike. Evans and six of his commanders by CSP Jima Masud, Force Public Relations Officer. Force Headquarters, Abuja at Lagos State Police Command 0 Newton's 11th of June, 2017. Arrest of Most Wanted, Vicious and Highly Notorious Kidnap for Ransom Gang Leader and 6 of his commanders. Read also, We are in a marriage and must learn to live in peace, Osinbajo. Suspects. His house, constructed by B3, a property firm, was built less than 2 years ago. Chukwudubumonwuemedike aka Evans. No Suchikadi Chukwuma aka Sudo 42 years, 3rd in command. Suoyo Paul aka Nwana 42 years. ARMS and ammunitions recovered. I-5 AK-47 rifles. 2.11 AK-49 rifle. 3.22 double barrel long. 4. 2 English pistols. V59, 59, AK-47 magazine with ammunition. Vi. 1272, 1272, live ammunition of AK-47, 9mm. See the weapons, ammunition recovered from richest kidnapper in Lagos. 7, 5, 5, different plate numbers. 8, other weapons are being recovered as I speak with you from different criminal hideouts of the different states. Victims: Paul Cole, director with Ocean Glory Commodities, Apapa. Mohammed Jamal, a Lebanese. The Joint Special Forces led by the Intelligence Response Team, the Lagos State Police Command's Anti-Kidnapping Unit and Technical and Intelligent Unit of the force under the supervision of the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State on the 10th of June, 2017 swooped and raided the criminal fortress of Chukwudi Dumi Monuimadi aka Evans, a native of Nwai and Nwai North local government area of Anambra State who is the vicious leader of a highly organized kidnap for ransom syndicate and criminal gang terrorizing and responsible for several kidnap of notable, prominent Nigerians in Lagos State, including the western, eastern, south and some northern states. He has his gangs active and spread across these mentioned states. After an intense gun battle between that lasted several hours, Chukwudi Dumi Monuimadi and his gang were overpowered by the superior firepower of the Joint Special Forces and he was arrested at Magodo Estate, Ikeja area of Lagos State. Chukwudi Dumi Monuimadi aka Evans was first declared wanted in August 2013 when he masterminded the attempted kidnap of Chief Vincent Obianado, the owner of Young Shall Grow Motors in Festonk, Lagos, where a policeman attached to the victim foiled the attack and killed three of Evans' gang members but also lost his life in the process. Some of Evans' gang members were subsequently arrested, but he regrouped after with several gangs and became more vicious and unleashes terror in the mentioned states of the Federation. Evans and his gangs keep their victim kidnapped in Lagos area at house number 21 Prophetessa Close New Igndo, Lagos State until the ransom is paid to him. Ransom money are paid to him in millions of dollars. Some victims are kept for upward of 6 to 7 months until the last penny is paid. He never reduces his tagged ransom money. None of his gang members know his house. Modus operandi of Evans. In every kidnap attack he has a separate armed group that kidnapped victim with him and has another armed group who takes over the victim to their hideouts and prevent them from escaping. The members of the two groups don't know each other. They comply with Evans' instructions. Evans, and the dreaded vampire who died during a gun duel with the police special forces led by IRT and Imo State Police Command in a forest in River State early this year are axis of evil and kidnappings in southern Nigeria states and some northern state. This is a huge success for the Nigeria police force. The force will build on this success and continue to prevent kidnap cases and criminality generally in the country, and ensure prompt detection of those crimes that cannot be prevented, and also ensure that perpetrators are arrested, investigated and prosecuted. Properties OWNS by Chukwudi Dumi Monuimadi aka Evans. He has two mansions in Magodo GRA Phase 2 worth about 3 million naira, and 300,000,000. He also has two house in the highbrow area of Accra City and Ghana among many other properties such as exotic cars, expensive watches, jewelries etc. he bought from the ransom. Evans' kidnapping exploits in Lagos includes Barakata William Ubama, 35, kidnapped June 16, 2012 at about 11 am on his arrival from Hungary while he was close to his house. He was in his Toyota car 2010 model in company of his brother to drop him at his house when a Passat car emerged from nowhere and blocked his car. They blindfolded him and forcefully abducted him to an unknown destination. They later demanded a ransom of N10M. However, N2M was later paid while they collected other personal accessories. He was finally dropped at Okota on the third day. Paul Cole, 34, from Awafia in Abia State. A director with Ocean Glory Commodities, Apapa, kidnapped August 3, 2012 at Festock Town together with his general manager, Jude Yagoji, and another staff, Piriya Gogo, and taken to an unknown destination. They demanded for N10M. On August 6, 2012, they collected N5M ransom at Mazamaza area of Lagos State. Mohammed Jamal, 22, a Lebanese, kidnapped on August 19, 2012 at a job by 3 armed men, taken away blindfolded. On 7M ransom was later paid at Ojo Barracks. Kingsley Nokinda, 34, kidnapped September 19, 2012 after he left Lebanon bar in Festock at Mile 2 Underbridge. Later, paid N1.5M ransom while they made away with his black Toyota Venza and other accessories. Anthony Azoanadobi, 41, kidnapped in October 10, 2012 along Marwa Road Satellite Town. Ransom of N1.5M paid, after which he was released at Apple Junction, Amuwo Odofi. Leo Abraham, 58, kidnapped August 20, 2012. Paid ransom of N5M and was later released along Badagry Road, Lagos. Ajukwu Cosmas, 45, sells Toyota parts at Aspanda Trade Fair, kidnapped January 21, 2016 at Festock Town. It was not clear when and how he was released. James Uduji, kidnapped close to his house at 7th Avenue Festock late last year. Held for 6 weeks. Chief Raymond Ukooduna Ikeda, kidnapped 2015. Paid $1 million as ransom, held captive for 2 months. Akakoro Effer, trader at Alaba, kidnapped 2015, held captive for 3 months, paid $1 million. Elias Ukakukwu, kidnapped November 2015. Date of release unknown, but it was gathered that his abductors were insisting on another $1 million, claiming family members were rude to them during negotiation. Francis also a spare parts dealer at Aspanda, kidnapped July 2016 at Raji Razaki Estate, released after 2 months in captivity. The last victim is Mr. Dan Otis Jr. He kidnapped in Ilupeja February 2017, and fortunately the man escaped from the Igdo house where Evans kept him with his boys last month. Felix Chinamaram, 36, Yoctoseconds, native of Irikukwu Afia Lga of Abia State, second in command of Evans. No Suchikadi Chukwuma aka Sudo, 42 Yoctoseconds, third in command to Evans. He has over 20 Yoctoseconds experience in armed robbery and about 8 years experience in kidnapping. Akekukwu Amadi, native of Anambra State, longtime Evans boy and head of a detention camp in Igndo. Ajchi Amadi is the woman who rented the house and cooks for the kidnappers and their victims in the camp. Oyo Paul aka Nwana 42 Yoctoseconds, native of Bales Estates, gang member and supplier of rifles and ammunitions to Evans. Ikna Emeka 28 Yoctoseconds, native of Anambra State. During interrogation and preliminary investigation, Evans and his gangs confessed to all the kidnappings linked to them and make confessional statements to the various roles they played in the commission of the crimes. They will be charged to court on completion of investigation. The statement was signed by CSP Jimam Massoud, the force spokesperson.